In this video, we're going to look at how you can paint and texture directly on your mesh's UVs using the new UV painting feature in InstaMAT Studio. All right, so here we are in an asset texturing project in InstaMAT Studio, and you can see that I have this telescope. So let's take a look at how we can use UV painting to apply textures to the asset. So to access the new UV painting feature, all we have to do is go up to the toolbar up here and click on this picture icon to open the image viewer. And now you can see that we have the new 2D UV area here on the right. Now, I could also change this to the bottom, which is a nice way of working sometimes, depending on the layout of your UVs and how you have your setup. But in this case, I'll have it here on the right. Now, to navigate the 2D view, it's exactly the same as the 3D view. So I can go ahead and use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. I can also Alt and right click to zoom in if I want to. Now, to pan, I can use the middle mouse button, and I can also use, if you're using a trackpad and a Mac in this case for me, I can hold Alt and Command and left click to pan as well. Now, to change the orientation of the UVs in this view, I can go ahead and hold Alt or Option, left click, and drag to orbit, or I guess rotate around this UV layout here in the 2D on the right. So now what I can do is start texturing just like I would in the 3D view, but now on the UVs directly. So I'll go ahead and add a new layer, and I can bring up a multi-channel brush, and now I can go ahead and start painting on the asset just like this. And now you can see that I have my painting applied just like I did on the other view. It's also really nice to see that if I go ahead and change the lighting here in the view on the left, that it also automatically updates the lighting here on the right in the UV view. It helps to be able to find certain UV shells. So let's go ahead and delete that. And what I'm going to do now is show a really nice technique on how to add text or decals or other types of texturing details onto the asset where UV painting starts to become really helpful. So if I wanted to wrap some text around the surface here, it's really nice to be able to project it in 2D space first. So let's go ahead and add a new multi-channel layer. And I'm going to go and add the mesh projected mask. Now you can see it's here in my favorites. It's in your favorites by default. But if you've removed it or you don't see it here, you can go to pick from library and type in the text project, and now we have the mesh projected mask. And what this mask does is it makes it really easy to project images and other types of masks and noises and things onto the surface of the model using multiple forms of projection. So in this case, by default, it's using triplanar projection. But what we want instead is to change this to UV. So I'll go ahead and just zero out the translation here so it's easy to find this. And what you can now see is we have this 2D projection gizmo. And this is going to make it really easy to position and apply things to our UV tiles, to our UVs. And let's go ahead and scale this down. So I can use W, E, and R just like I would in the 3D view. So R is going to adjust this scale. So I'll go ahead and scale this down here like this. And if I don't want this to repeat over and over again, I can change the sampling mode from repeat to clamped. So now I can scale this up and down. I can use E to rotate this if I wanted to. I'll go ahead and zero that out. And now what I'm going to do is change this from the InstaMAT logo, which you can see here, if I use W to translate, is mapping really nicely along the surface here like this, which is what I want. What I can now do is change the image for the mesh projected mask to some text. So I'll just open up, I went ahead and clicked this little button here next to image, and I'm going to search for text and choose search everywhere. And now I can find the text node. Let's go ahead and change the text to something like UV painting. And there we go. So now what I'm going to do to make this a little bit easier is I'm going to rotate this around here. Maybe I'm going to do it like this and pan slightly. Then I'll go ahead and change this to rotation by hitting the E key. And I'll just orbit this, rotate this around. So you can see it's upside down for me. So I'll go ahead and reorient myself here, pan over, and there we go. So now I can easily position this where I'd like it to go. Maybe I want to go ahead and change it so that it goes along the side. So I'll go ahead and rotate this around this way and position this where I want. And now you can see that the text is nicely wrapping along the surface here of those UVs. So a really nice way to be able to fine tune and position things in 3D space by taking advantage of the 2D space here on the right. Now, one last thing to mention here, if you rotated your view and you're kind of lost as to where you are, just like in 3D where you can press F to focus to reframe everything in 3D, you can also press F to focus to reframe and reset the rotation and orientation of the 2D view as well. So it's a nice way to work. You can go ahead and zoom in on a place, and then when you want to see the entire UV layout, you can press F to focus and jump back to see everything all in that view there on the right. The new UV view also includes the ability to use many of InstaMAT's asset texturing features, such as creating and manipulating curves and symmetry painting. Let's look at another nice workflow where we can use the paint projector in the UV view. All right, so I've gone ahead and added a nice multi-channel layer here, and it's going to subtract some height information and stamp in some of a dark brown color to give us a nice little engraving that we're going to put on the top of this telescope. Now, there's a few ways that we can do this, and so right now I've created a mesh mask painting mask, and I've loaded up one of the procedural decals that we have that ships with InstaMAT here, and it allows us to do some really nice designs here. So for example, if I wanted to quickly add this design and stamp it in, I could use a brush here and just click, and now I've gone ahead and projected that shell onto the top of the little kind of leather area here on this telescope. Now, that's one way to do it. Another way we could do that is using the paint projector. So I'm going to load up the paint projector here, and you can see it loads up in the 3D view and also now in the 2D view. And also, we have some new settings for the paint projector. They've now moved into this dedicated panel here, which is nice. And I've just enabled clamping. If I disable it, it's going to repeat the input image that we're going to be projecting, which is really nice for kind of procedural noises and grunges that need to tile nicely when you do projection painting. But if I enable this now, what we can see now is we have it clamped to just the projection box. And so I can use W to move this around, I can use E to rotate, and I can use R to scale this down. So I'm going to scale it down and also zoom in a little bit here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and paint on this projection here. I got a really nice projection of that shell on top. And so now I have a different way of applying that decal onto the surface using paint projection. So now with the new UV painting feature that we have here in InstaMAT, you can see that you have multiple ways to take advantage of InstaMAT's tools, both in 3D and now in 2D. All right, so that is a quick look at UV painting and UV texturing in InstaMAT Studio. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, drop us a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. For the latest news about InstaMAT, please visit our website, follow us on X, join us on Discord, or sign up for the Abstract community. You can find all the links in the video description below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.